You are not alone. The divine is watching over you. There are moments in life when silence feels too heavy, when the road ahead seems endless, and when every breath feels like a burden. You might look around and see no one standing beside you, no comforting hand to hold, no shoulder to lean on, and you begin to wonder if anyone truly sees your pain. But in those moments of deep despair, when the world feels cold and distant, remember this timeless truth: you are not alone. The divine is watching over you. The presence of the divine is not always loud, not always visible, and not always announced with miracles. Sometimes it comes as a whisper in your heart, a sudden peace in the chaos, or a sign so gentle that only your soul can recognize it. You may not see the divine, but the divine sees you. Every tear, every fear, every prayer uttered in silence, every heartbeat, every longing, every act of kindness is witnessed by a higher power that surrounds you with unconditional love. When life tests you, it is not because you are forgotten. It is because the divine knows your strength even when you doubt it. God, the universe, or whatever name you choose for that sacred presence, is like an unseen hand that guides you through the darkest valleys. Sometimes the path feels unbearable, but it is only because the light is being prepared ahead of you. The divine does not abandon its creation, it refines it. Just as fire shapes gold, the challenges you face are shaping your spirit into something purer, stronger, and more radiant. Every storm you endure is not meant to destroy you, but to cleanse you of the fear that keeps you from realizing who you truly are, a child of the divine, eternally loved and protected. There are days when prayers seem unanswered, when you call out to heaven and hear nothing in return. But silence is not absence. Silence is the divine's way of saying, "Trust me." The universe doesn't always speak in words. It speaks in timing. The delays, the detours, and even the disappointments are part of a divine orchestration beyond human understanding. When things fall apart, it is often so better things can fall into place. The divine watches as you struggle, not with indifference, but with infinite compassion, knowing that every tear shed in faith becomes a seed of transformation. The hand of God moves quietly, but its results are always powerful. One day, you will look back and realize that what you thought was abandonment was actually preparation, and what you thought was the end was a new beginning blessed by grace. Even in your loneliness, the divine surrounds you. In the rustle of the leaves, in the warmth of sunlight touching your skin, in the soft rhythm of your breath, there is presence. The divine dwells in everything, speaking through the language of creation. Every sunrise is a reminder that no darkness lasts forever. Every star in the night sky tells you that light can still exist even in the deepest shadow. You are part of this great cosmic design, and nothing about your existence is accidental. The fact that you are here, breathing, feeling, hoping, means that you are chosen. Chosen to live, to learn, to grow, and to love. The divine is not just above you, it is within you, guiding your intuition, protecting your path, and healing your wounds even before you know they exist. There is a sacred thread connecting you to the divine, invisible yet unbreakable. It stretches through every joy and sorrow, every success and failure, binding your soul to something eternal. When you pray, it vibrates. When you cry, it trembles with compassion. And when you smile after pain, it glows brighter than before. Sometimes you may lose your way, but that thread will never let you drift too far. It gently pulls you back, whispering in the stillness, "You are not forgotten." You might not feel the divine's presence in every moment, but the divine feels yours in every heartbeat. Your very existence is a prayer, and your journey is the divine's expression of love unfolding through time. In the moments when the world feels too heavy to bear, remember that your soul was built with divine strength. You have survived storms that would have broken others because the divine walked beside you, even when you didn't realize it. Every closed door protected you from something unseen. Every heartbreak redirected you toward a greater purpose. Every loss carved space in your heart for deeper compassion. Nothing was wasted. The divine uses every moment of pain as a stepping stone toward your awakening. You may question the path, but the divine never questions your worth. You are sacred, chosen, and held, even when life feels like it's falling apart. Think back to the times when you felt hopeless yet somehow found the courage to rise again. That strength didn't come from nowhere. It came from the divine spark within you. When you cried, yet your heart whispered, "Keep going," that was the divine speaking through your soul. When you faced rejection but found peace and surrender, that was divine grace guiding you toward what's meant for you. When you forgave someone who hurt you deeply, it was not weakness. It was the divine moving through you, transforming pain into compassion. Every act of love, every moment of faith, every time you choose hope over fear, it is the divine expressing itself through your human experience. We often seek the divine in temples, churches, and sacred books, but the truth is, the divine lives within you. You are not separate from it. You are a living reflection of that infinite love. The same energy that created stars and oceans flows through your veins. The divine doesn't just watch over you, it breathes through you. When you love, it smiles. When you forgive, it rejoices. When you trust, even when you don't understand, it blesses you beyond measure. So when you feel alone, close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. That rhythm is the divine's reminder that you are still connected, still guided, still loved beyond words. Sometimes, life isolates you not to punish you, but to help you hear the divine's voice more clearly. In stillness, you find truth. In solitude, you rediscover strength. The divine often removes distractions so that you can reconnect with your soul. It's not abandonment, it's alignment. The pain of loneliness becomes a sacred invitation, a chance to walk deeper into faith, to find peace in the unseen, and to realize that the divine's love doesn't always come with noise or miracles. It's subtle, quiet, yet endlessly powerful. It lives in your resilience, your compassion, and your unwavering hope. So, when you face uncertainty, when everything seems unclear, remember, the divine already sees the ending. It knows the way even when you can't see the next step. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. You are guided every moment, even through the shadows. The divine doesn't promise an easy life, but it promises that you will never face it alone. Every tear, every trial, every delay, all serve a divine purpose that will one day reveal beauty beyond your imagination. You may walk through valleys, but you will never walk alone. The divine walks beside you, through heartbreaks, through nights of silence, through unanswered prayers. The love of the divine is not conditional on your perfection. It exists simply because you are a part of its creation. Nothing can separate you from it. Not mistakes, not distance, not doubt. Even when you feel lost, you are still found. Even when you stop believing in yourself, the divine believes in you. That is the beauty of divine love. It never gives up on you, even when you've given up on everything else. In every storm, look for the hand that calms the waves within you. In every darkness, seek the light that still flickers in your soul. That is where the divine lives, not in grand miracles, but in small mercies that sustain you. The strength to wake up again, the courage to smile through pain, the hope that refuses to die, these are the divine's gifts to you. They are proof that you are seen, heard, and deeply loved. Life may not always make sense, but love, divine love, is the thread that holds it all together. So, lift your eyes to the heavens and whisper your fears. The divine is listening. Release your burdens. You were never meant to carry them alone. Trust that there is a greater plan, even if you can't see it yet. The divine is watching over you, walking beside you, and living within you. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are held in infinite grace, surrounded by eternal love, and guided by a wisdom far greater than your own. You are never alone. The divine is watching over you, always, even when your heart feels heavy, and your path feels endless, remember that the divine's love has no distance. Every time you whisper a prayer, even the faintest one that trembles from your lips, the divine hears it, not with ears, but with infinite compassion. There is no pain too small, no tear too unnoticed, no moment too insignificant. You are always seen, always valued, and always protected by a power greater than you can imagine. The divine watches over you in ways you cannot yet understand, through signs, through timing, through people who cross your path just when you need them most. That sudden message, that unexpected comfort, that inner voice that tells you to hold on, none of it is random. It's divine orchestration, woven perfectly to remind you that you are never forgotten. Sometimes, the divine hides you from certain situations or removes certain people not to hurt you, but to shield you. The rejection that broke you is protection. The delay that frustrated you was divine preparation. The silence that confused you was divine patience teaching you to listen to your own soul. The divine is not in a hurry. It works through eternity. And while you see only fragments, the divine sees the whole picture. You may question why things had to happen the way they did, but one day you will understand that every step, every pause, every detour was necessary for your growth. The divine's plans are never late. They are always right on time, unfolding in perfect rhythm with your destiny. When you can't find strength to pray, when your faith feels weak, know that even your silence reaches the divine. Sometimes, the most powerful prayer is a simple, tearful, "Help me!" You don't need fancy words or rituals, just honesty. The divine understands the language of your heart better than the words on your tongue. When you surrender your worries and simply trust, miracles begin to form quietly around you. The divine is not a distant ruler sitting in the clouds. It is the presence that holds you when you cannot hold yourself. It is the invisible embrace that wraps around your soul when the world feels cold. You may not see it, but you will feel it when you least expect it. A calm that has no reason, a peace that defies understanding. That's how you know the divine is near. And one day, you will look back and realize how beautifully you were guided. You will see how even the hardest seasons had hidden blessings, how even your tears watered seeds of wisdom. You will thank the divine not only for what was given, but for what was taken away, because what was lost made room for what was meant for you. You will understand that you were never walking alone. Every step, every breath, every moment was accompanied by divine grace. You were being carried, protected, and prepared for something far greater than your imagination. So, breathe deeply and trust again. The same power that paints sunsets and gives life to oceans is watching over you right now. You are part of that infinite love, not separate from it, but made of it. The divine has written your name in the stars, your destiny in light, and your soul in eternity. You are loved beyond measure, guided beyond understanding, and protected beyond fear. Even when the world forgets you, the divine remembers. Even when others walk away, the divine stays. Even when you lose faith in yourself, the divine believes in you still. You are never alone. You never were. And you never will be. Because the divine is watching over you, always.